that a good example of what you mentioned the other night about just needing more players to play well around DeJounte?
Well, yeah, you know, the more players that play well, the better off you are. Pretty logical.
We talk a lot about DeJounte, but the offense is
Well, we had a lot of guys that played well. I mean, that's what it takes. We don't have that go-to guy, so to speak. So we have to do it together. We have to do it as a group. We had 35 assists. You know, that tells the story offensively. We've got to play like that. But we rebounded and played a pretty consistent game. I think we won 3 of the quarters. So, you know, that consistency is what we're looking for from these young guys. Consistency, developing habits, playing through mistakes. We had that one period where I think we had a 10-point lead and we got a bad shot at one end, which caused a 3 at the other end. You know, that kind of thing. And they got it back down to 2 or something like that, whatever it was, over the next minute and a half. But you play through that, and that's part of what happens in fourth quarters. We've been on the other end of that more often than on the good end. But with every game, if you get through that and see what you need to do decision-making wise at both ends of the court, you know, finally you form habits, and tonight it worked out for us, so we're thrilled. It's a good basketball team. You know, Billy's a great coach. Players have really bought into the system, and obviously there's a reason why they have all those wins. So for us, we're thrilled to have the win. No, he wouldn't do that. Well, I've been doing this a long time, so wherever we play, I know people, whether they're the managers or the coaches or the players. So it's always fun to see guys, especially when they're great people, like I said before the game about DeMar.
You got Primo in early, again, when you weren't currently short-handed. Is he going to get more opportunities like that, you think, as the season progresses?
You know, we'll see. We'll see how the season progresses. The time in the G League has been great for him. You know, he's the youngest kid in the league, so he needs to understand that physicality, and that's a good training ground because there's guys that have been there for a while, and those guys are very, very hungry. You know, they want to go get a job, so it's good for him to get beat up down there for a while.
What a game! What was it like for you being out there on the court, going back and forth, and all the emotions, everything going on?
Game felt really good today. Just for me personally, I felt like I was in a rhythm, and as a team, we're flowing pretty well for most of the game. Yeah, I feel like we played tough. We out-hustled them a little bit, and we knocked on our shots, and that's what it takes to win a game.
Numbers in the paint were pretty darn impressive. Does that look like we talked before, your chemistry with Derek, the 9 assists tonight, DJ, and all the other guys?
I mean, yeah, that stays the same for every single game. We knew they didn't have the best shot blocking, so we're trying to take advantage of that. No, they're very capable scorers, so we needed to be aggressive on offense to combat that.
The little jump hook you made late in the fourth quarter, did it feel good coming off your hands, or were you a little?
It was all right. It was one of those that's where you're almost too open, so I was like in between going to the hoop and just taking the shot, but I mean, it felt fine. It went in. That's all that matters.
You know, we've talked so much about DJ this year and the season he's having. Is it nice to have so many guys kind of participate along with them? You know, 7 guys in double figures, all the starters chipping in, and the rest of the thing.
For sure. I mean, he's our rock. He's the head of the snake. He's going to lead us in most games, especially down the stretch. He did it again tonight. But yeah, like I said earlier, I feel like tonight was a night where we were just flowing. Everybody was contributing. We were making our shots. We were being aggressive on offense. We were trying to take advantage of our movement, of any mistake they were making on defense.
Do you feel like in general a game like this against one of the best teams in the league is just such a good learning game for a young team to have to execute against those guys down the stretch?
For sure, yeah, because it comes down to making plays down at the end of the game, and we got a little run going in the fourth. We went up, but they hit us back, and they're very capable of closing that game out. So we needed to respond, and we did that really well. And that's, if you want to be really good in this league, you got to do that on a nightly basis.
The ball touched your hands a lot in crunch time. How does it feel to have your teammates trust you like that in big moments like that?
I mean, it's great, obviously. We're working on that two-man game, on that pick and roll pocket pass all game long, and especially when they know that DJ is like our guy, so when they're committing to him and he trusts me in the pocket to make plays out of it, that's what it takes to win games. He's very good at that, knowing when to be aggressive, when to find a teammate, maybe for a three, maybe me in the pocket for a little floater or something. So it's good to play basketball that way.
You hear a lot of conversation between you and DJ about that pick and roll while you guys are in game, or is it at this point just something that's fluid that you guys just know what to do?
So it is very fluid. There's situations in timeouts where if he sees something, like he'll come up to me, or like if I see something where I feel like I can make a play or we could take advantage of something they're giving us, then we'll talk about it. But for the most part, it's just kind of an understanding. You're communicating on the court by just these little gestures, like little looks and stuff like that. That's really what playing together for a long time does to you.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Keldon, we were just over there talking to DeMar.
Yeah.
I asked him, has Keldon Johnson matured at all? He said no. Does that answer surprise you?
No, I mean, I'm the same person. I can't never change. That's what everybody like about me. I'm just myself. I'm goofy, running around, still doing the same stuff.
You like seeing him again?
Yeah, of course. That's like my big brother, mentor, you know what I'm saying? Learned a lot of things from him. And it's crazy, seeing him in a different jersey. But, man, it was competitive, you know what I mean? We was going at it. And we got the win tonight.
How was that tonight playing? Y'all seemed like y'all were emotions are pretty high, but it seemed like y'all kept them in check and picked up a big one. How were you able to kind of maintain the focus there at the end, especially at the end?
We just had to finish out the game, find a way to finish out the game. We always close, and we always, in pretty much every game we play, we just kind of struggle at the end trying to find a way. And tonight, we just all came together. It was a team effort. We all kept it together, and, we pulled out the win. I think every person that touched the court tonight for us played hard and gave everything they got, and DeJounte hit some big shots, Derek hit some big free throws, and then, same with Dev hit some big shots as well. We all chipped in to get this win.
Jakob got a big bucket late.
Yeah, he's been amazing all year, I mean, Yak is Mr. Consistent. You know what you're gonna get, and he do what he do. He do what he's supposed to do.
Now that you've had a couple months of hitting three-pointers at a consistent rate, are you finding teams defending that a little differently against you? Are you getting out there a little? You got fouled on one tonight. That's how hard to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, they close out. Some teams go under. Some teams close out harder than others. But I think just keeping my rhythm. Don't try to get sped up and shoot, and don't try to force it. Just let it come in rhythm, and the ones that I get, make the best of them. Shoot them with confidence, and believe they're going every time I shoot it.
Is it almost a sign of respect for that they're out there, fouling you on those times?
I mean, definitely. I think last year they wasn't even closing out. You know what I mean? And if they was closing out, it was real late. Short closes because they just wanted me to. Everybody thought I was a driver, and now I'm just. Just doing what I practice and, being confident in it and just keep working each and every day to perfect my craft.
You mentioned your personality, man, and your energy is very, very infectious with the team. Man, you seem like that vocal leader for your team. Do you feel like you have to be a vocal leader for a team like this that's full of a lot of guys that just really just quiet and those lunch pail guys?
I feel like we got different type of leaders on the team. DeJounte lead by example. I just let my personality flow off of everybody else's, and I just, kind of I'm the loud person in the room. I'm the goofy person, but also, once we step on the court, I'm that energy guy. I want to win, whatever it takes. So, and my teammates, they love me for myself. They just let me be myself. So, I would say, yeah, I'm a vocal leader for the team, but I think we got different types of leaders on the team. I don't think I'm the only leader for this team.
How high do you think you jumped celebrating Jakob's dunk there in the second half?
It was crazy. I know I was going through the roof.
And on the three you made in front of DeMar, it looked like you didn't want to scream in his face, right? Like you turned around before you let that out?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, screaming in somebody's face kind of disrespectful. And I got respect for DeMar.
Did you still scream?
I did scream. Definitely 100%. I can't change that. Like I got to scream, but obviously, I'm not gonna scream in his face.
What are you feeling in that moment, man? You hit that big shot at the end, and the home court, fans going crazy. You start yelling. What are you feeling in that moment?
Man, it's kind of like a moment that you play for, but then it's like you can't let your emotions get too high because the game's still going on. So I was hyped and excited, but going that timeout, locked back in, like instantly. Like, let's go. What's the next play? What we got to do to win this game?
It's a big win tonight. You go on, you play Phoenix. You got Miami somewhere in the stretch, Golden State. Like, those are the top 4 teams in the league. What does that stretch of playing those type of teams do for a young team, playing all those guys in a row?
Obviously they tough opponents, but we just got to do what we do. Come and compete, play to win, and play as a team. I think we pretty hard to beat once we, all hitting on the right cylinders. And I think that it'd be a good test for us. But I definitely think we can win those games and we can compete in those games as well.
Speaking of young guys, how do you think Josh is handling going back and forth?
I think he's doing a great job. I send Josh text messages, keep your head up, keep working, and just giving them, just talking to him, telling him, I went through this, DJ went through this, Derek went through this, like we all have been in Austin, up and down, and things like that. So just letting them know, it's normal, and just enjoy it, have fun with it. Once you go down there, have fun with your teammates. Play hard, have fun, play basketball the right way.